Hello everyone and welcome back. This time we now have the required gems, or the required tokens, to finish off the deck. For real this time, unlike that last time, which was a little bit fake. So we want our 4 perfect guards, the ones that unflip damage. We will take a singular voltage horn, because quite frankly I don't think it's that good, but there isn't much things better than it. So in GB1, when it's boosted, current plus 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards at random with priority to the back row, retire it, bind 2, and then bind 2 from the opponent's drop zone. So nothing in this deck currently cares about bind. Things do when Thunderstrike comes out, but that's a little while off. It has to be boosted, and it has to attack the opponent's vanguard. So all of those things put me off it. I much prefer this guy, because this, for a singular counterblast, first of all, like, he's 11k instead of 9. He doesn't need to be boosted, and when it hits, counterblast 1, draw a card, bind 1 card in the opponent's drop zone. So instead of binding an opponent's random rearguard, you draw a card. So either way gives you +1. Either you draw 1 or you minus 1 from the opponent. Both are 1 card advantages, but I prefer the guy that doesn't need to be boosted and is also 11k as opposed to 9k. So that is the reasonings for that. We got our crit triggers as well. What else did we need? Was that it? That might have been it. But we also want the triple rare stride as well, so we could get one of him. And that leaves us with 16,000, which I can take my time deciding what I want to do with it. I may get the sleeves are 500 each, I believe. And now that we have the deck, we're going to try it out in a ranked match and see how the theory goes to craft. If it'll let me. I did actually change the deck just a tiny bit after looking at it once again. So, going to build deck. The thing that we don't have is 4 of this, so we're just going to replace those 1 and 1. The thing is, you shouldn't need more than 2 of this, so if we get to that point, I'll be very surprised. So we have our 4 heals, we have our 4 crits. I wasn't sure what to put in as the 5th grade 3, so I thought the Break Ride, that's good enough. At least if I go into it and then draw into Vanquisher, at least I get effects from riding off of it. 4 Desert Gunner Shinden, 4 of the 12k, 1 Voltage Horn, on the basis that I don't think it's that good, 4 of Demonic Dragon Berserker Chatura. Chatura is its name, okay. I wasn't sure about that there. So this guy's 11, this is 12, and this is 9, but it removes the opponent's rear guards. So that's why all those things are important. This is the one that's the least important, in my opinion. The grade 1s, I decided to add in the 1 Rising Phoenix, because you should have 2 soul, nothing else in this deck. Soul Blast, and it's just a free card. I've decided to put Desert Gunner up to 4. I've taken out these guys, the Chain Bolt Dragoons. I was looking at it, and it's once per turn, it goes from a 7k to a 9k, and it binds a card in your opponent's drop zone. And again, until Thunderstrike comes out, I don't really care about my opponent's bind zone. We have our 4 unflip perfect guards, of course, and we have our 4 stride enablers, they're called, because they enable you to stride. They are grade 3s in hand, and also, when called, you can discard a card to add your specific vanguard to your hand. And then we're using this little guy. I know he gets +3 whenever a card's bound, and that's why I wanted to bind cards, but if anything else, if there was a 5k vanilla that came out that just said, skill, this card has resist, I would be playing that over this. But unfortunately there's not, so we are working with what we've got. So let's go, let's try out Vanquisher, and we'll see how this works. And hopefully we don't get a terrible hand, just right off the bat. Hopefully it is something that's playable. Otherwise this is going to be a very disappointing video. Regardless of whether we win or lose, it will be uploaded regardless. Oh, okay, it's a Narukami mirror match. Stand up the Vanguardo from Turtle Hero. Okay, so we've got our Vanquisher. That's good. We've got a grade 1, we've got a grade 2. That is fine. I'd rather have the heel in the deck. The perfect guard in the hand is fine. Let's go with that. Sure. But this is a good hand. Okay. So he's playing the Carablast 1 put in soul. Well, this is what we have to do. Carablast 1 put in soul, look at top 5 for a grade 3 and add it to your hand instead. I am instead going with the little guy that gets lots of attack. However, this is going to be bound before it gets anywhere near GB1, I suspect. Although we'll be the first one stride. I'm just going to attack with this, because calling Desert Gunners needlessly is wasteful. Okay, he's using the Voltage Horn. There's another Voltage Horn, okay. I assume he's playing at 4. He's got options. Oh, he's playing the Legion. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, and now he's using that to go into the Vanquisher. Curious. That's really annoying that is GB2. Or GB1 even, sorry. I think we're going to go for a 12k vanilla. I'm deciding whether I even want to call something else. I don't really. And unless I draw into something, then we're going to need to discard things to stride, so let's just attack. That was cool. I'll take that. So there's a stride enabler and a perfect guard. There's Vanquisher. Clever. So he's not giving me any front row rear guards because he knows the deck that I'm playing. And that's why we play those crits, because they're really, really good. Perfect. That worked out nicely. And yeah, we want to stride, but yeah, let's just go for this. And we'll discard him. So, we're now in this situation. We're going to call the 12k here, and we're going to call one of you here. And I was going to call you, you don't really need it anywhere. I'll call you here, just so that there's more targets for the opponent to bind. So let's go for that. That was very irritating. Put everything on the rear guard. And it doesn't matter what I bind really. Although I did see that you had the Legion in hand, so that's fair. Cat Blast, draw. Doesn't matter what we bind again. So next turn I'll be able to discard this to stride. And we've got a 12k and we've also got another Chatura, which we can do the same thing with. However, if he's a good player, I shouldn't have any back row rear guards by the end of this turn. It increases in the opponent's turn as well. I didn't realise that, I thought it was only in your turn. What is this that has resist? I assume he's only playing that because it has resist. It's interesting. See, but this didn't do anything, and that's the problem, because it didn't boost. Well, that's fine, means that doesn't hit. Okay, well that's a very annoying thing. I think I'm just going to go for this. So, yep, let's use Stride Enabler. And I'll just choose not to use Vanquisher skill. No, I'm good. Right, so... weird situation. I think we stick with the original plan. Don't deviate from it. Yep, that's about the best we can do. Don't think this works, but yeah, I was pretty sure resist prevented targeting at all, but that gives me another card to allow him to bind randomly. So let's go for this column first, which again allows me to draw. And it doesn't matter. He will surely have some kind of guard for this. It needs to be a perfect guard. That's fine. Okay, so we have one heal and one perfect guard, which is not the best. Could be going better. We do have Stride Enablers, and we do have the other Covert Dragon. So having Cat Blast 1 is still fine. I like the idea of the grade 2s with resist though, especially in this format. The only problem is they're 9Ks, which is small. Like one of them will hit, but then the other has no chance for the rest. Draw trigger wasn't even required. Is there any point in striding? Where's your GB2 skill? Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, raid skip, but we will stride, but we'll go into this. Because I don't want to waste a Covert Dragon for no reason. Right, so what do we do? That's a question. Let's make a 9k column. We're just doing this. No, we don't want to use that skill. we are going to call this crit trigger so that we get to draw more. And we're going to call this grade to here. Let's go with that. Good, there's another perfect guard. That is quite required. So I think we should be fine because nothing restands in Narukami. It's all just retire. And we have 2 perfect guards and a heal trigger, which should be enough to guard all 3 attacks. We've already went through 3 of his resist units, so I think next turn we should be able to use Vanquisher's skill and then Covert Dragon to clear his front row, and then we should be able to win. Although this is a very good player. I do like the idea of the resist Greatus. Those are quite interesting. That's the Carablast 2 to kill something? Yeah. That's a weird choice. Oh, he's just using it for that skill. Doesn't matter, we've got perfect guards. We've only got 8 cards left in deck. No pressure checkers. Sure. Okay, we can work with this. Yes, we're going to raid into this, using the Stride Enabler. Doesn't matter what one we do. Now what has he been through? He's been through 3 perfect guards and 2 heals. So he could technically guard all of this, which would be horrific. Let's go this, and it doesn't really matter. This is less useful, use the skill, give everything +5. And let's go. Attack with this first, because there's no triggers left in my deck anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's fine, that is the 4th perfect guard. So he needs the 2 heals in hand. So this has to be the last heal, or... Okay, then I believe we win. We lose, even. I believe he wins, is what I was trying to say. Because we only have a perfect guard in hand, we don't have any triggers left in our deck, which includes heals. But he did have to go through all of his heals and all of his perfect guards in order to use that. And I'm sure he's aware that he only needs 2 attacks in order to actually win. Don't know why he's playing 2 of that, but so they can draw into it. Weird choice. I suspect that he was doing that because he's looked at this and seen that there's no heals and no perfect guards left. Which is a little bit overconfident, but possibly not as good a player as what I initially thought. I do like the idea of having the resist cards, but he was playing a lot of Voltage Horn. Although I did lose, so I mean there is that, granted. But I do think the 12Ks are better, because there's more of a chance... No, not Blade Master, sorry. There's more of a chance of you being in the situation where you don't have the grade 1s to boost, and that's where these will be able to hit. So will these on their own. I mean, yes, this gives +5, but if I were going to put the resist units in, I'd probably take out these Desert Gunners. In fact, arguably, I'd probably take out the Voltage Horn, leave this at 1, and then put the resist units in. But I really hate the resist units being 9Ks. That's kind of crap. Also, I'd really like it if this deck had something that unflipped damage, which it doesn't. But thankfully that wasn't a problem here. In fact, yeah, let's take a look at those resist units. It was a Brawler, I believe. Yep, there he is. Is he the only one? This looks like a different card. Was that the one he was using? Is there another Brawler that has resist? Maybe it was that. Yeah, the rest of these aren't Brawler. That's Restraint, not Resist. Different thing. I mean, there's that on Flipper, but I much prefer when it's, you know, on place rather than on a hit. Just seeing if anything else has resist. Do you have resist? That would have been cool. Do you? No. And then these are generics. So let's go back in. So is it only you? Are you the only card that has resist for grade 2s? Yeah. That's mildly annoying. I mean, I can craft them, because I've got more than enough here to craft 3 of these guys. I mean, that skill is not fantastic. It's only the resist that you're looking for. And that's what I was saying about the Forerunner. If there was a Forerunner that had resist, I would take that in an instant. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I've thought about it. I think I'm going to try it out. Because resist is so necessary in this format. Not just for Narukami mirror matches, but against Blade Master. There we go. Desert Gunner to 1. And Voltage Horn out. Now I think when we get the second wave of Narukami support, that this deck changes an incredible amount. But I think until then, this is a pretty good build. So there you are, there is my idea for Narukami. I mean, if you can play this at 4, you know, by all means. But if you can't afford to get all of them at 4, I think that is good enough. Also, if you can't afford 4 of this, I don't think it matters that much in the long run. But, yes. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think I'm relatively happy with that. So, is it the best deck in the format? I don't think so. Is it a good deck? Is it the best free deck? I absolutely do think that it is. So, there you go. But that is going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, give us a like, share, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see more of these videos. And if you want to help out the channel, all you need to do is just take a look at some of our other videos. That's all that needs to happen for you to help. The more watches we get, the better. So that's it for this video, folks. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.